Hey guys! Today I'm going to show you a simple way to paint some really cool bonsai tree art using watercolors. All you need is some basic colors, one medium-sized flat brush, the kind of brushes that are flat on the end as the name implies, two different sizes of round watercolor brushes, a medium and a small, and those are the brushes that are kind of teardrop shaped and come to a point on the end. Taking a medium-sized round brush, I'm adding water to my brown for the trunk. Starting with the shape of the roots, I'm forming the left side of my tree. Then I added a center and right fork to the trunk and took the right streak of paint down to form the right side of the roots. You can create whatever basic form you want, just have fun with it. From there, you want to add more forks coming out from your main framework. You can use pressure to adjust your line thickness. If you use the tip of your brush and press lightly, you get thinner lines. You can also tilt your brush at an angle and press down harder for thicker lines. Branches in nature are wavy and uneven, so you don't have to be a perfectionist about this. Just let it flow. Once you have your trunk and branches finished and dry, it's time to add the leaves. You can always look at some bonsai photos for inspiration first. I'm going for the classic look to keep it simple. I'm adding a little bit of water to my green paint, still keeping it fairly dark, and then I'm stamping up and down with my brush all over to form the clusters of leaves. This is called stippling. This is a technique you'll use a lot in watercolor, especially for things having to do with nature. So anytime you're doing trees, leaves, bushes, this really works well to get a textured effect for grass and sand too. Just add a little bit at a time until you have your desired shape, and try to keep it kind of choppy. Don't put big clumps all together in one large mass. Try to keep it separated and have some variation, and make sure the edges don't get too uniform or straight. Next, take a different green and add a bit of water and stipple in some highlights here and there. The colors will blend on their own since the darker green is still wet. Let your tree dry, and then we'll add the background designs. You can design your background however you want, but I'm going to show you how to play with some traditional Japanese designs. I'm going to add a large red sun behind the tree near the center. I'm only adding a little bit of water to keep the red bold. First, I'm outlining my curve. You can also trace something round like a cup with a pencil first, if that would make it easier for you. Once I have my outline, I'm filling it in, including stippling some red in the spaces in between the leaves. Next, I'm adding some orange rays. I don't have orange paint, so I've added a small amount of red to my yellow to mix my own. I'm using a medium-sized flat brush, as flat brushes work a lot easier for doing straight lines. Use a light touch and go slowly, there's no rush. Now you want to switch to your small detail brush. Using the blue, I'm again just adding a little bit of water so that I can get a darker color. And then I'm making 2 curved lines coming out from the bottom of the trunk. Growing above these lines, I'm making a classic scallop pattern where the ends of my arches on top start in the center of the arches below, alternating upward. Then, I'm painting 2 inner arches inside each scallop. Now, switching to my flat brush again, I'm taking a different blue and filling in the white space between the roots with some streaks. Curve the brush at different angles as you pull downward to get your streaks to flow from thin to thick. Now we need some clouds. Using the same blue I used below in between the roots, I'm outlining some cloud shapes with my small detail brush. Just basic shapes like you draw when you're drawing clouds as a kid. Then, I'm outlining a border around the inside of my clouds too, adding little swirls here and there. Fill in this outline now solid with the blue, or if you want, you can let your blue dry and then use a different color to fill in the outline. This project is a great way to practice a variety of basic watercolor skills and create something unique and expressive. I hope you try it out, and if you need any advice, feel free to shoot me a comment. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more.